What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Shoe Care Academy. Today I got two pairs of the RM Jordan 4's by Nigel Sylvester. The first pair is the driveway grays, and the second pair is the fence greens. This pair was worn by my boy Charlie, aka Winona Kicks. He wore them for a month straight and straight up beat these up. I sometimes hate the guy because he overwears his shoes. On this pair, there's paint cracking. On the back, he basically scraped off the air. I told the guy to wear them, not beat them up, but that's okay. I might turn these into a restoration video later on. For now, I'm gonna show you guys a proper way on how to clean both of these pairs using our brand new Rejuvenator OxiClean foam cleaner. Let's get started. Like I mentioned, we are going to be using our brand new sneaker foam cleaner. We've been working on this product for over a year to ensure that we bring you the best sneaker foam cleaner in the market. We even collaborated with OxiClean to give it that extra kick. This product works great on all materials: canvas, suede, nubuck, leather, plastic, rubber, you name it. When using this product, there's two ways you can go about it. If the shoe isn't that dirty, depending on the material, you can do a simple spot clean, pump directly onto the shoe, brush in a circular motion, dry it right off, and it's good to go. Another way to go about it, if the shoe is a lot dirtier, you can do a full clean using our foam cleaner, bowl of water, and a brush. And lastly, our foam cleaner isn't just designed for sneakers. It can also take care of hats and anything else with similar materials. Our brand new foam cleaner is available now at rejuvenator.com. Both of these shoes are extremely dirty, so they're not going to be no spot cleaning. We got to give these full cleanings inside and out. To make things easier on my end and for before and after purposes, I'm going to take both of these shoes out of frame and just focus on these two right here. First things first, I'm going to take out the laces and insoles to clean those up separately. When it comes to the insoles, you got to be very careful. A lot of the times it's glued in there good. If you do it too fast, you can rip out the insole and cause damage. So take your time. See how much debris is on the insole alone? That's why I always take them out and clean these up separately. Same thing with the inside. It's disgusting. All right, before I bust out the foam, the water, and all the brushes, there's one thing we need to do, and this is gonna make the process so much easier. We're gonna go next door and use the compressor to blow off as much of the surface dust and debris from the inside of the shoe fully out. I know a lot of people don't have a compressor. That's okay. You can also use a dry brush to brush a shoe. Take your time doing so. It could take 5 minutes. It could take 20 minutes. Get inside the crevices, get inside the shoe. It's gonna make a world of a difference before you put the water and foam onto the sneakers. Let's go next door. Freaking Charlie went at the beach. I always say this, to get the best results when it comes to a cleaning, you gotta spend a lot of time with the prep work. We already got a good chunk of the grime and dirt off just by dry brushing and using the compressor. We're in a way better place compared to where we were originally. But we're still not done with the prep. I'm gonna grab a pick, scrape out all the grime that's inside the crevices, and remove all the little pebbles. This is gonna make it a lot easier to clean with the stiff bristle brush when I get to that point. I'm also gonna brush the uppers and the insides of the shoe one more time using the medium bristle brush, just to make sure I got all the dirt off from all the crevices and every millimeter of the shoe. We're done with the dry brushing. These sneakers look really good as is, but there's still some marks on the uppers. There's some water marks, some spillage all around the nubuck. We'll clean that off with the foam cleaner in just a bit. The next step is to use our shoe trees. We're gonna pop them in. These shoes are used, so there is some creasing. Once we're done with the cleaning, these toe boxes should look a lot better. Shoe trees are in, let's get on with the cleaning. Typically, I always start with cleaning up the uppers, work my way down to the midsoles, and then finish out with the soles. In this case, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna take care of the harder part first, that's the soles, mainly because I've never cleaned these shoes before, they just came out. I'm not exactly sure how this material is gonna react to water and the foam cleaner. One thing I don't wanna do is oversaturate the material, so I'm gonna save it till the end to go about it correctly. First, I'm gonna focus on the soles using our stiff bristle brush. I'm gonna grab a bowl of water first, our brand new foam cleaner, and the stiff bristle brush. As you can see, these bristles are a lot tougher compared to our other bristles on the other brushes, so this is perfect for the job on the soles. To start this process, I'm gonna pump some foam directly onto the sole. I'm gonna go ahead and pat it down dry, see if it needs another pass over so we can keep it moving. That looks great. Just one pass over did the trick. Let me take care of the next one. The second sole looks just as good. There are a couple of blemishes right on the red. Easy stuff. I'm gonna grab the towel, dip it in solution, and just buff it out. Now I'm gonna be using the medium bristle brush on the midsoles and the rest of the rubber. The medium bristle brush is our all-purpose brush. It does great on all different materials, cleaning up these midsoles nicely. Same thing with the rubber. The only thing I'm not gonna clean is the uppers, just in case the uppers are delicate. We're done with the first two brushes. The outsoles and the midsoles are looking brand new. Now for the uppers, the reason why it's a little challenging is because I don't know how this material is gonna react. Sometimes when you get certain suedes wet with water or solution, it changes to a different texture, sometimes to a leather-like feel, or it's just completely rough. I don't wanna ruin these shoes, so I'm gonna go about it very carefully. We're gonna find out if these shoes are cleanable with foam and water. So to go about it correctly, I am gonna be using our soft bristle brush. This is our most delicate brush and it's perfect for the job. Originally, when I was cleaning the midsoles and the soles, I was pumping the foam directly on there. In this case, I'm gonna pump it onto the brush. I'm gonna try not to use water so I don't oversaturate the material. As I'm cleaning, I'm gonna be brushing in a circular motion and patting it down dry as I go. All right, so far so good. I don't see any more watermarks on the nubuck itself. I think it's drying nicely. I didn't oversaturate the material at all. The only parts that I still need to clean up is the tongue, the sock liner, and the plastic areas on the uppers. For now, I'm gonna put this to the side, do the same thing with this one. The green pair I thought was gonna bleed like crazy, but as you can see on the brush and the towel, there's no green dye at all. I'm not sure if that's because I didn't oversaturate the material, but so far it's looking good. Uppers look good. While they're still wet, I'm gonna take care of the rest. The tongue isn't too dirty, but I'm gonna hit it up anyway. Since it is a different material, I am gonna pump directly onto the tongue and use water this time. All right, tongues look good on both of them. All that's left to do is clean up the sock liner. Once again, the insides aren't too dirty, but I still want to clean them up anyway. It is a nice sand material, so in this case, I'm gonna pump foam directly onto the towel and give it a wipe down from the inside. All right, cleaning is complete for now. All that's left to do is to put these outside to dry. All that's left to do is to clean up the laces and the insoles. Since these aren't delicate materials, we want to get these as clean as possible. So I'm going to pre-treat them first using our brush, water, and our foam cleaner. After that, I will be putting them in a laundry bag. I'll put them inside, put them in the washing machine to get a deep clean on both parts. The only thing I don't recommend is putting them by themselves. Save some water, just throw them in some old laundry, and you'll get the cleanest results possible. It doesn't matter how dirty the shoe is, I always clean up the insoles. This part of the shoe always collects sweat and odors from your feet, so it's really important to give it a good scrub and put them in the wash. All right, I'm gonna go see if Steve has any dirty laundry to put these inside with the washing machine. Be right back. Both shoes are fully dried. Since I didn't oversaturate any area in the sneaker, it didn't take very long to dry. I put them outside in less than 30 minutes, they were good to go. Now the suede on both sneakers almost feel like a leather-like texture. It's not smooth at all. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid by not oversaturating the material, but unfortunately it still happened. But to fix that, it should be pretty simple, I hope. I'm gonna be using our brass bristle brush. I'm gonna hit the suede up, brush in different directions until the suede is back to its original texture. The one thing I will say, you guys, when using this brush and on this shoe specifically, there's a lot of different materials on the shoe. When brushing, try to use the first couple of rows just so you avoid brushing the midsole or the plastic areas and scraping those areas up. This is my favorite part after using the Medium Bristle Brush. When you brush the suede back and forth, you can see the texture. One quick thing I want to point out, when I cleaned up the uppers, I was really careful not oversaturating the sneaker. I applied the foam, brushed it in, and quickly patted down dry. When I cleaned the soles, I was heavy with the water and the foam, but for the most part, I did a good job of not getting any of that on the uppers, except for one little area. Right here, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's a water stain. That's from the water and foam that spilled onto there. I should have patted down dry right away, but I didn't. After this video, I'll go back and clean it one more time to eliminate it. And if you do, make sure you hit the shoe evenly all around to avoid any marks like this. But for the most part, I'm not complaining. This suede looks good. But from the wear and tear, the cleaning, and the Medium Bristle Brush, I did remove some of the color from the suede on both sneakers. I'm gonna bring it back using our Rejuvenator mink oil and our horsehair brush. The material on these sneakers are very delicate. I don't want to kick the mink oil onto the shoe. So what I'm gonna do is apply it onto the brush and massage it into the shoe a couple of times until I get the color where I need it to be. Mink oil did wonders. I didn't think it was gonna do too much because the suede already looked great, but they look so much better now, almost brand new. The last step that's left to do is to lace them up and put the insoles inside. I got these out of the wash, fully dried. Insoles look amazing, and they smell great. Same thing with the laces. The black I'm not worried about, but the white is back to white. Let's lace them up. Alright guys, that's gonna bring us to an end on both of these cleanings. I'm really glad I got to clean up these specific shoes for a couple of different reasons. I'm a big fan of the sneakers and Nigel Sylvester. Plus, now I know that these shoes are cleanable using the right techniques and the right products. The start of this cleaning was definitely our Rejuvenator sneaker foam cleaner. It did the job when it came to cleaning up the midsoles, the outsoles, and the uppers. What also helped me get these results were a few other Rejuvenator products, such as all three brushes, soft, medium, and stiff. Definitely did the job. Afterwards, I sprayed some Rejuvenator mink oil directly onto our horsehair brush, massaged it into the sneakers to bring the color back to its original state. I do want to give a shout out to my boy Winona Kicks. He always does a great job with the wear test. I might have to turn this pair into a restoration video for Monday. He not only wore these sneakers, but he also skated in them. On the midsole, there's paint chipping all around. The Bike Air is all chewed up, paint missing, the air is missing as well. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a restoration video out of these sneakers. As always, you can find all their products at rejuvenator.com. Use promo code Nigel20 to save 20% off, but it's only good for the next 24 hours. This is Vick Almighty. I'll catch you guys on Monday. See you guys.